Hey,
aLikeMindz!
you ready?
Let's go, everybody. Episode 13, baby. Let's go.
What's up, y'all?
Cheers.
Nice to be back with the crew.
Hey, you already know.
Yours.
aLikeMindz had to get back to it again. I got my people with me. That's always with me here. Blake, Drizzy, Meyer.
What up?
Oh, y'all.
And we got a super special, not even a guest. He's the newest member of the aLikeMindz team, Shane. Everybody welcome Shane. Welcome to aLikeMindz, bro.
Shane, what up?
Hey, what's up?
About time.
Hell yeah.
About time you met Drew, Driz, Blake, myself formally on the one and only podcast that we're trying to get out there. I mean, usually
It's the most alike
the
podcast.
most alike podcast on earth.
I like it.
Tell them,
But-
boys.
Make sure everybody's going and hitting the subscribe button. We need that. I want to get that in as soon as we can. So everybody help us
Run
out.
it up.
Subscriber. We're getting up there. We're creeping up on 300, and then we got to crack 5 and that 1,000. We need you guys' help.
It'll Close. get there.
Really appreciate that. Don't forget, we got all the social cracking. We got TikTok, we got Instagram, Twitter. You know, add us on Snapchat if you want. But we got
Pop up the QR code. Just save them some time.
Yeah, Blake. What else we got on there?
Yo, so yeah, we got Discord. So Discord, you can find our Discord on our QR code on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook page, aLikeMindz Facebook page, we have a QR code. If you scan that, it gives all of our socials. And we're trying to get everybody to join the Discord so you can know when these episodes are going to drop or information that's going to come before other people are going to know, right? So you can tune in with us. We're going to try and get that. I'm trying to set that up to where we can have the podcast go and we can have people listening in, and maybe we could bring them over and like, hey, they want to ask us a question. We bring them in for a second, they ask their question, and then,
All sorts of things we can do when people join the Discord, and like that's where it's just kind of like the inner circle talks,
Yep.
where
Exactly.
we can really
I
see.
want to give a special shout out to Drizzy for figuring out the QR code. That was dope. Shout
That
out.
was sick, Driz. Yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
for
I think
doing that.
that
That's so
that
easy. That
saves-
makes it so much easier to get it out there.
Tell them.
But
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and just get right to it. Shine some light on my dude Shane here. You were kind of giving me a great, rundown of why you would want to, reach out to Meyer and kind of join forces with us. Why don't you just kind of explain it for yourself? How come?
Yeah, of course. So I'm down here in Austin, Texas, supporting the local brew, the Magic Pills. If y'all have been down here, you got to try it. They got a whole bunch of different kinds of beers, but they're damn good. With that in mind, I mean, aLikeMindz, to me, aLikeMindz is exactly what it sounds like. The idea of that community that you get from being with the different people across the country. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you're doing. Community is everything. Your success in life comes from that, what you're striving to achieve in your life, whether it's your personal relationship, whether it's your business, your career, all those things come from the people that are around you, that support you, that drive you to be who you are and help you succeed in those things. And without being in that state of aLikeMindz with those people, you wouldn't be able to do it. So that's why I'm here, because, I met a group of guys that are all aLikeMindz, and I think it's a beautiful thing. So cheers.
Cheers,
You
man.
know,
Cheers, Shane.
That's
Thanks.
So much more.
I like the way you say that, because we even have people across the waters over in Ireland. Our shout out 3Rail. He made designed our logo. So
Wait.
hey, Rel, what up, man?
3Rail, shout out, baby.
Run that back again, dude. That was funny. Run that. Like I said, to shout out 3Rail.
Shout out 3Rail.
He made
That's
that.
funny.
He made that logo behind you, right?
Yeah, this one right there.
Boom.
Rel, what's up, man?
Beautiful.
Where you at, dog?
We need to get him on soon. So I guess I want to talk about something real fast before we get deep into Shane. I just want to do a quick memorial RIP to my dad. He passed away on last Saturday. but yeah, just love you, Dad. Thanks for everything you did for me growing up and helping me become a man. And I want to try to be able to follow your footsteps and be as good a man as you were. So cheers to my dad, Jeff.
Cheers, Dad.
Cheers,
So,
Jeff.
Cheers.
Love you.
Got no more water in here.
He said, I need more water.
That was one thing that was real nice is, that's like I've been talking with Drew. It's like the people that go through that, I can't even imagine. That seems like one of the hardest things. It's like death. That's like, man. So it's like to experience that. It's like, what worse could you experience than that? You know what I'm saying? It's like that's about as bad as it gets. And it's like, well, when I was bringing up this conversation, it was nice. I got to spend that night with you in Ohio. Drew freaking invited me over to his crib and we had a good night with, himself, his lady, Nate's painting dog, always representing.
Hey, shout out Nate.
Hey, Nate.
Nice, you got him
But,
on.
that was a real good night. So it was definitely a good send off for sure.
Was that your trip
think,
back there?
Going through that, that's just
Yeah.
awful.
Just to kind of go off that, for myself, and I think for anybody that's experiencing loss, it's important to be around people like that care for you, and and just it's more, you don't want to shut down and shut everyone out. That's really important. So it is one of the worst things that you have to deal with in life, especially when it's a parent at a young age too, but 51, but I definitely grieved and had a lot of times where I cried, and that's one that's okay to do. I think that everyone, should be comfortable with crying or yelling, maybe not destroying anything because then you got to fix it, but it's okay to be emotional, and it's okay to not understand them, because that's one thing that's never going to happen. We won't understand death. So I've been really trying to take this as positive as I can. And one thing I really struggled with was this didn't make sense. But like Myra said, that night where we got to hang out, and then just all my brothers is Driz and Blake and others have reached out to me to show their support. That really means a lot to me. So anyone that's checking this out and has done that, I really appreciate you. And I'm just trying to turn it into something. I'm trying to figure out, it makes sense a little bit the last couple of days. And I know what I got to do with it. It's just, stay strong and carry on my pop's legacy, and, just continue to make him proud, and just, take care of the family, because I am his oldest, the oldest grandchild on his side of the family as well. So I'm trying to take on, the leadership of the family as far as setting examples and stuff.
Is there anything that you would say today?
I would say that, everybody lives a wild, busy life, and it's crazy that I don't get to call them again. So I would say probably start, if you still have your parents or anyone that you love, brothers or sisters, just try to reach out to them as much as you can, because you never know. Luckily in my case, me and my dad were okay. We would talk a few times a month, a couple times, maybe 2 times a week or so. And but luckily, since it was so unexpected, just by chance, me and my oldest grandkids got to just randomly see him when he delivered pizza for his life, because he had really good jobs, but with his health, he was struggling to, be able to work. So he was just grinding out some pizza, and he happened to be taking a pizza pass, and we were all outside. And then like the next day he ended up being in the hospital, and then he was there for a few days and just didn't make it out. But just, I was just so glad that we got to see him that one last time, just by chance. It's almost, how the universe works. Just crazy how, that's probably what we needed, that, we have one more memory. But
Hey, to making it positive for Jeff. Let's go.
cheers to that.
Cheers.
Jeff.
I could keep on talking and shit all day.
And we'll talk a lot more about it for sure. Like,
I was just gonna say though, I wanted to kind of get a topic kind of going a little bit about what you said. Is it's scary, and it doesn't have to be scary,
No, not at all.
Nothing, and not even. We'll move that on past what we've been discussing with, when you lose someone, even if it's just doing something like creating a aLikeMindz. It doesn't have to be scary. What was that? Did you guys see that?
aLikeMindz just throwing us out.
That was scary what Blake just did, man.
I had to pull up a little magic trick.
Like just starting a business doesn't have to be scary. Chasing dreams and stuff it's not scary, because if you have the right team, if you have a squad that you can trust and put your faith into each other, it ain't scary, So that's why I'm really glad to have Shane come on, because I'm gonna let him start to talk so you guys understand why it's so important that he's coming to join our team. And so I don't know what you guys want to get after. Go ahead, take it over, boys. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute.
Yeah, dude,
Fair enough.
thank you. Honestly, like,
I think there's beauty to be said, here. I mean, you look at life, everyone's like, life is beautiful, look at everything around us, right? But there's also beauty in death as well. You get to share and look back at some of the memories you may not have thought about in the past, may not have been able to put together. Those small moments that literally didn't mean really anything, like delivering a pizza could mean not much to a lot of people, and all of a sudden it is just that thing where you get to really, really dig into and just enjoy just the simplicity of life. And you look at these things that happen that you can't understand why they happen, or what's the reason for the universe, and what's what's the design behind it. But all in all, like I said before, aLikeMindz is about bringing community together. At the same time, those things are what bring us all together as well, not just life but also death. And so that you celebrate not just the life that we have now, it's like you celebrate the life of someone when they die. I mean, all those things are just a cycle, right? And it's about sharing those things and being together at the moment, and just again, being with the people that you, like you said, that you love and trust, and having to share that moment with them. It's powerful. So appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Shane can just talk about any topic. Bring up that, you can just put it in such good words, which is like poetry. It's got like those freestyle beats that want to come back. See what he can do on a fucking freestyle.
I don't know about that, but
You can freestyle, Shane? Or?
No.
Shane, you better know his
I can
name.
talk well. That's all I can do. I don't know if anyone has ever listened to Daniel Sloss. He's a comedian out of Ireland, funny enough. And yeah, he's awesome, absolutely stunning, but he deals with death in his comedy, and he brings it to the forefront, and he's funny about it, and he's honest about it, and he doesn't shy away from it. He doesn't pretend like it's not
You're
there.
lying. Show
It's
me.
beautiful. Oh,
You
dude,
I gotta
it's
hear this.
hilarious. Yo,
What's his
God,
name again?
you guys, Daniel Sloss.
Daniel
Sloss.
Dylan, do your magic.
We'll check that out.
Yo, seriously. It's got Netflix special, three episodes, every single one of them powerful and awesome and hilarious, and dives into every single corner of comedy you could think of. The guy is he comes from an interesting family, but I'll just leave it at that, and y'all can enjoy the rest of that.
That's awesome.
So let's switch gears just a little bit, and let's just talk about like the light, the good. Let's talk about like just how can we as a team of alike minds make life for not far as like wealth or anything, but just how can we use each other to make life more successful or joyful? Or
I mean, growing that community, the first thing that has come to my head is like, before aLikeMindz, you and me really weren't anything besides that random match where I was like, yo, what up, man? Maybe we played Fortnite together. But now it's like led to like lifelong friendship, as well as like when I just happen to make trips through the country quite often, and you just happen to be right where I always stop. And then now all of a sudden I'm hanging out with you instead of getting a hotel room, and we're going around Cleveland fucking tagging shit and telling people about aLikeMindz. It's like, that kind of explains it right there.
That's sick.
The universe works in mysterious ways, man. They put us together. It's insane. It's like sometimes I wake up and it's like, how did I meet all of my boys right here? It's like, why was it me, right? It's like, how did I get in this position to be with such cool people, such intelligent people? Like, I don't know. It's awesome. I love it.
I know we've talked about it before, but like that ripple effect, you know, if you naturally have that mindset, you want to leave this place better than when you got here. It's like, I think all of us have that in us, and a lot of people do. So like, naturally, you just wanted to be such a good person, I think probably connected you to me at least.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
Not to forget how we all linked up was from playing Call of Duty. Originally, I met Blake, just happened to be in the random guy in his like squad's lobby, and we just kicked. He was just like, "Yo, like you're playing well, I'll be on your team. All right, let's do it." And then we just been on from there. I met Drizzy, and then Meyer, and now Meyer bringing Shane, just like how we all kind of pulled together. You know, it's awesome.
To give you all this is hilarious. A funny story that literally falls directly in line with y'all to talk about. So my buddy, my boy Ross, I live with him down in Austin. He bought this house. We're brothers. But one of his best friends I met before him, and it was on Counter-Strike 1.6, and I didn't know it at the time. You know, I had no idea who the cat was, right? And me and my brother Skyler, who's also now living in Austin, him and I would get pretty baked, and we'd change our names, or we'd be Token Chong and Token Cheech. And in this particular Counter-Strike match, it's a gun game, right? But it had abilities depending on your race. They called it Warcraft 3 server. And one of those races was called human. And if you ran around with your knife out, you were like 75% invisible. That was it. So you'd post up on the wall and not move, and you'd blend in, and someone run by you, and then you jump out and you could kill them. A lot of people shot people, but me and my brother never shot a single bullet. We would only camp with our knives out and knife people. And we were so good at it, we always had positive records. I mean, I'm talking like him and I would sit across from each other, and someone would run out, and we both jump at him and knife him. And between the two of us, we'd kill him. And people would just
set up a choke point.
Dude, yeah, straight up choke points. It was hilarious. Like, guys would come out, they'd see one of us, but we're invisible, and just spin in a circle spraying, and we'd kill them. And anyways, that's how that cat remembers us, because that's what we did. And so when I met him for the first time, which was like a decade ago, he was playing 1.6, and I was like, "Yo, you play that? You play Warcraft 3 server?" And immediately gamer tags, boom, boom, boom. I was like, no fucking way. Small world, man. Small world.
It really is.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's awesome how the game can bring together some good friends. What do you think about charity work, or like if you were gonna help out your community, like you said, the local people anywhere here where you are, what would you do?
So it's interesting, charity work, couple sides to that. I don't know if anyone is familiar with nonprofit organizations and getting money from people, and the process around that, and the things that actually go on in that community, in that world. But a lot of things that hey, I'm going to give X amount of money to this charity, right? I'm just going to donate the money, right? How much money, all of you just guess, what percentage of that money makes it to the charity?
Probably like
49%.
Less than 1%.
I have no idea.
I'm
Yeah,
sure-
so it's like 20%, 25%. So a lot of the people a lot of these nonprofits will hire call centers to just blast, like just telemarket the hell out of everyone. I'm sure everyone's gotten those calls, right? Well, those people get 50% commission cuts, and those companies take that, and then the people that are doing it get like a 20% commission cut too off of that too. So it's just, there's so much of the money that goes into these telemarketing companies that provide the service to these companies because they're a nonprofit or they don't have a sales team. You know, how many nonprofit organizations do you know have a sales team?
You're
None.
looking at the first
Right.
one right
Like,
here.
The NFL.
the firefighter standing on the corner. Literally, that's your
I
sales
think
team. You know what I mean?
think the only one I can think of is the NFL.
So it's one of those
Yeah, right?
unknowns. I mean, it's straight up, but they have the money for it, right? Like they confront whatever the heck they want, you know, and that's an unknown that a lot of people don't know about. They just get almost no money from that. That's why they're always struggling. Yeah, we donated $1 bajillion to them, but they only got $1 million. Like, okay, great.
All right. So is there a way around it? Like, what are you thinking? And how do we?
Like, where are we growing from?
Well, so the reason I bring this up is sort of the idea that, you know, how I interact with someone who's homeless. Like when I see someone who's homeless, I want to help them out. I don't give them money. I give them something they need: food, water, whatever. You know, if they need shoes, like that's something. I drove an 18-wheeler for a couple of years, and I came across a couple homeless kids that were young. Some trucker just gave them all hell for just asking for some money, and I was like, yo, yeah, I got you. Gave him a shower, gave him some food, like all, you know, just, we're at a truck stop. Here you go. Do whatever you need to do. Just take care of yourselves. You know, those are the things you need to do for your people. Like if you're here to help and be part of aLikeMindz, you know, money's great and all, that's fun and all. Like it doesn't mean it's going to go to the right place always. But you know what does matter, and actually to me is even more important, is time and effort. Like that shows so much more care than someone who just provides a cash value to something. It means you believe in it, to me, way more than a monetary thing is. So it's like whether, you know, we're as a group decide to jump into a nonprofit organization to help out and invest our time and energy and effort into it, or someone wants to create something. I mean, like look at the aLikeMindz, you know, Mr. Ireland. What's all about him? I don't know too much about him, but who created our
3-row.
brain,
So yeah.
our brain. You know, it's like that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Right.
That's effort and energy and like his own like artistic ability put into that. That's awesome. You know, you have to be confident in yourself to put it out there. Just be like, yeah, I want this. This is what I think you guys need. Like that's awesome.
I
So
like
that's-
that.
That's what I
I
wanted
like
to
you
sort of
said
lead with.
confidence. Confidence has kind of been a repetitive word we've had in the last, I think now 3 episodes. Is you have to be, like you just said, confident in what we're gonna do, and basically just go at it head on and do it. Like, I don't know.
And it's like one thing that I can't stop thinking about is like with life being so short, and it's like to do the things we exactly want to do. So if we like, one of the thing that like brought us together per se could be video games. Like, is there nonprofits that target video games? One thing we all like is sports. Is there nonprofits that target sports? Like taking it to the next step, it's like, let's spend our time doing the things that we really enjoy to do. So it's like, Shane, nonprofit video games.
Gotcha. All right, you know, so there's nonprofit organizations that actually do. So have you seen the people that don't have like hands or don't have digits and stuff like that, and they have very uniquely designed console and controllers that they're using? You know, those are usually come from nonprofit organizations that provide those to them because they're expensive as all hell to make. And also, when you look at like sports, have you guys ever heard of beat ball?
No, I haven't.
So beat ball is baseball for blind people. And so like there's obviously you have to be, you don't technically anyone could play it. You're going to get blindfolded either way because not everyone's completely blind, but so you wear it and the ball itself makes noises. And so you have to get very good at knowing and sensing where this ball is. And someone is at, pitching a ball. It's their own team. And so they pitch the ball underhand and you have to get used to sort of like timing as hit it. And so when they hit the ball, it goes out and you run to your base. Now you have to get to first base before someone touches the ball. If they touch the ball, you're out. So it's not, it's not like you're throwing a ball around trying to catch it or anything.
Right.
But no, I have a buddy
That's awesome.
I used to work with, awesome guy in sales. Yeah, he probably loved to jump on here because he was interested in doing a career in radio. And just he plays the sport. He loves it. He's been doing it for years. So that's where I learned about it.
We could all go find that locally and go play with them.
He's out in Houston, I think, right now with the national championship right now.
The
Wow.
national
That's
championship.
awesome.
I'm trying to win
Yeah.
a championship.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, no, and he does fundraisers all the time. I remember I threw some
When you were
money at him
describing
for
that.
whatever, it's like $400 that they got. But yeah, I mean, it's a baseball team. They don't need a lot or anything, but it's like they have travel expenses.
That what is called
things like
all
that.
through the country is beat ball.
Beep. Yep, beep. Like beep beep.
Beep. Okay, beep ball. Okay.
And you
When you
think
were describing that was making me think of the scene in Star Wars. It's must be Empire Strikes Back, I think, when Skywalker is learning how to
Oh, yeah.
that eye thing. And he's gotta have the eye
He has the head on.
on.
Nice.
You
Epic.
have to use the force in that beat ball. You find it. Use the force, Drew. Bing.
Stay
damn,
on target.
I'm definitely gonna be learning about that and like watch.
Right? Like,
because of
I
that.
need to play that. That sounds so fun.
I want to see some like web jams. Dives and catches a ball
Dylan,
in midair.
a little beat ball, two
I know
ball.
what you mean.
Yeah. So wait, are you blindfolded too, like out in the field too?
Yes, because not everyone is completely blind. Everyone who does it is legally blind, but you don't actually have to be blind.
Dude,
to
if I
play
take
it,
my
but-
glasses off, oh,
Oh shit, Dylan's blind.
Blind.
So what's the point of a
Hey, what's going on?
nonprofit?
Special guest alert.
Naked Man alert. Yeah, no, we just got this Cowboy pool. I don't know if y'all know what a Cowboy pool is, but they sell them. It's basically a feeding trough in a circle, so you can sit down in it, and the water's up to your chest. And it is.
Yes.
We have a 10-foot diameter one in the backyard. It is absolutely awesome.
I
mean,
live
this
right
thing
next
is
to a college, and that's all they do. They have like 3 or 4 of them set out.
Dude.
And yeah.
so awesome. It's the nice, like you'd sit back with your beer, like standing pools. You're
Wait.
either standing in your waist or so this guy came over, installed. He was like, man, you should sell our pools, because I was like, yeah, standing pools, they suck because you have to stand and it's up to your waist. You kneel
So
and it's up
wait,
to your chest, or
it's
you
like
sit
a-
and you drowned.
It's almost like a
Filter.
pond, like a little fish pond or a feeding
Yeah.
trough. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like filtered water, like chlorine. and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
No.
got a motor and everything, man.
Oh, it does? You really?
Ours does, yeah. It's
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
It's here. I'll pull up a pool here for y'all.
I was gonna say,
picture.
like, if you're not filtering that, kind of sounds a little gross. But if it's kind of
Yeah. I was gonna say those college kids, they didn't have no filters. It's just fill it up,
Yeah,
dump it out
no.
when they're done.
No, it was $4,000 to install the thing.
wow,
Oh
that's-
shit.
sounds sweet. We'll have to have you send Meyer a picture, and we can just. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's
Dang, that thing's
clear now.
sweet.
that's
You
Way
see-
bigger than the one I was talking about.
You see the white thing off to, I don't know if it's your left or right.
The left,
Yeah.
that's to our
Actually,
left.
the
tube.
filter. Yeah, that tube that goes to the pump and the filter.
Nice.
Nice.
That is pretty sweet.
it's like it's so hot outside. Why would you need a hot tub? You might as well have,
Exactly.
and it's bigger, and you're just
Texas.
chilling in a yeah.
All right, so
Nice.
we're talking about these nonprofits. You said that some of these nonprofits just like get stuff handed to them, per se.
Well, you
I
gotta
mean,
sell it, right?
well, so that's the thing is like a lot of people invest money into these nonprofits because that's what they're asking for. But if the big thing is like put your time and effort into it. If you believe in something, that is actually more valuable for them. Your man hours, as they say, your time and whatever you invest in that way is so much more useful for them in terms of what they can get out of someone versus the monetary value. Because again, like I said, they spend whatever you give them, they're only getting 20 cents at per dollar,
And it's
nothing.
like it's like if I'm submitting a charity, all I expect my money to be going to is a good cause.
Yeah.
Not to these calling centers.
Unless you literally write the check and show up at their center and give it to their owner of, like, you go to them. If you use any intermediary, any third party to give them money, you're basically giving it to other people.
So you're telling me, like, if
I know this because I had a buddy who did it. So
you and me supported Beat Ball and we spent a Saturday calling for 4 hours, we call and get someone on the phone and say, hey, would you like to donate to Beat Ball? We're starting a local league in this city. And people would just donate their money.
I mean, maybe if they felt like it was a good cause. You might have to pitch it a little differently than that, but we can work on the wording. Okay, if you really want to get into it, I could put some scripts together, do some, we can get phone burner going.
No, that sounds like let's burn through some dials. We're getting what, 50% or 80% to really make.
I'm not kidding. Yo, so what's funny about these companies, like, I learned a lot about this stuff from this guy, but like, the people that run these things are just random Joes that get a group of people to call together. They're no ones, and they call and they take all this money, and I could tell you what, they are degenerates.
So wait,
What you got, Drew?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wouldn't it be like a great chess move to become like a nonprofit and then be your own call center?
Yeah, but do you know how much effort and time and money and things that go into that? I mean,
No,
there's a
I
reason
got a
why standard businesses struggle with their sales team just in general. Now we're talking about a nonprofit organization on top of that doesn't have any growth value. In essence, they have to spend every single dollar that they make. They cannot, so it's a little tougher. Their budgets are tighter, and they have to actually have results with what they're trying to achieve.
So then, like, I guess so. I kind of thinking that if it's a nonprofit, if it's not a nonprofit, then you run into what other type of businesses are there? There's LLCs, and then
LLCs, S corps, C corps. Yeah.
So then you become a corporation, and can you still like fundraise money and donate money out of those other types of businesses?
So when you're not a what is it? I forgot. 103C, I think is what it is, or something like that. You have to pay taxes, and so that's where. How much taxes do you spend just as a employee, or how much taxes are taken out of your paycheck as an employee? You know what I mean? Now, all right, well, here goes 35-40% anyways to the government. So, that's sort of the idea is, they don't actually have taxes when you're a nonprofit organization.
So like, you're almost like it's kind of sounding to me like nonprofits like a hamster wheel, like you're just kind of spinning and stuff.
Oh yeah. Heavily. But I mean, there's value. They provide value. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
do you still
it's just
take a profit in some way?
Well, so there's no profit for the company. So the every single dollar has to be spent. Now, I'm not saying like you as an employee for a nonprofit organization can make a very good salary. They can pay their people very well, but those people have to be very good at what they do as well. You know what I mean? And you don't get a team of people. You are a single person managing a huge list of things. When you look at any of these nonprofits that do a lot of this stuff, their organizational chart is very small. You get 10 people for a massive nonprofit organization. Right. That's it.
It's interesting. It's almost like you just make the money and then you have to spend all the money.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you have to do.
Sounds like a Mr. Beast YouTube video.
Right, he just puts it right back into his YouTube. Everything he gets, he just makes the next video better.
So that's like the question though. It's like,
Straight up.
like, I mean, like if aLikeMindz was created because like eventually there's going to have to be money that's distributed to make things operate and to keep networking and communicating. It's like, do you go nonprofit? Do you go LLC? It's like they both have the pros and the cons, and that's like the decision that needs to be made.
Well, so like nonprofits, all their money has to be pretty much put out there. Where how much money is everyone making initially for the year, and then all the other money that's put aside, it goes towards what? And you have to like every single dollar has to be assigned. And you know what? If you guys don't make enough money to do X, Y, and Z, then you don't get to be you, and it all goes to shit. So,
right.
So nonprofit's a dangerous way to go almost.
But
it can be, but it could also be extremely successful because it's tough, you know, and a lot of people don't try them. A lot of people are, and here's the thing, a lot of people are out there to make some type of profit. I mean, it's your energy, your efforts, your vision, your whatever. I mean, however you want to describe it for yourself. And
Put
what
a
is the
lot
value?
more energy. Just me personally, like you just said, I can put a lot more energy into this positivity of aLikeMindz if it has a residual comeback to help me pay for, you know, I have to work, so I can have enough money to pay for my house so I can live somewhere, you know, then I can put so much more energy into aLikeMindz and do so much bigger, like a lot bigger, more bigger things, like these just great things, because I have so much time because the aLikeMindz is paying for my house or whatever it is.
Well, and here's the thing, I know a nonprofit organization based out of Connecticut that a guy I used to work with was doing as well. And they had like, I think 8 people in the organization. It was for kids with cancer, sort of like, you know, trying to help them out, you know, doing runs, doing events for this, you know, and, you know, creating money and those type of things where they do like fundraisers through running and stuff. That is a better way to spend your money if you're going to invest into something rather than giving it to someone who just calls you, because they do make more money off of it per dollar than they do through a call center. And, you know, he was making 6 figures, you know, they were paying him $100,000 salary, which, you know, that's normal. Like people get paid well to do those things. You know, the people that run them are making really good money. You know, they're not broke, but a lot of their money is just going towards the things they're trying to fight for. And that's how people keep giving them money, because obviously they're doing this thing. Right. And so you have to have that thing.
I would have to guess like he's bringing in his 6 figures or whatever. And he's probably, you know, still reinvesting some of that into like, I want to donate some of my income to the cause or maybe even a different cause than something he's connected to. But that's something that's really hard. That's what's tough. You're making this like, I thought that was like a nonprofit was like a way we would like move, but now it's kind of sounds like I don't know what I want to do again.
Like if you're under
your time and energy going to,
if you're under an LLC, you can still, doesn't stop you from doing or like doing stuff involved with nonprofits.
Oh no, not at all. Part of your business motto, or you know, whatever you want to, however you design your
mission
company
statement.
can be, mission statement. Yeah, what, you know, all those things you know, can be titled and directed towards half of the business is working with nonprofits purely. And that's how you bring in business. You're not a nonprofit, but you guarantee that 50% of the money or effort or whatever the heck it is that you want to give or take or do or work with, whatever that business, you know, almost like if it's a minority business for a government agency, has to work a certain percentage with minority businesses. You know what I mean? That same idea is we work 50% with nonprofit organizations. That's a guaranteed thing. And you have to do it. It's false advertising if you don't do it, and you can be sued for everything.
And like, not only like the approach there too is like with nonprofit, we're doing a good thing. We're going to do something we believe in, but there's going to be so many other people that are like believing in that we're going to be able to grow our community. So when you talk about 1,000 subscribers or whatever, we go join a couple nonprofits, and all the community or the people we meet through that believe in us, and we're like, yo, become part of the, aLikeMindz tribe. And so I can really see communities growing fast with nonprofit and really coming up with people who care about making the world a better place, So I definitely see that as very valuable.
You don't necessarily need to be in one nonprofit though, right? Say we do one, it's like you could just do multiple. Yeah, okay.
You
I
can
was just
do
like,
as
you just
many as you want.
Right.
right. Yeah, I was just a question. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the nonprofit, the organizational charts behind it, like, and what their mission statement usually are very, very specific things, And while if you're an LLC, you have more versatility.
Driz, I know you started that question. Did you have a follow-up question to your question? Or did your question even get answered? I can't remember what you asked.
Yeah, same. I was just listening.
He said, same. No, but that's really, you got my brain really, thinking now, like, what's the, for obviously for us and for anyone else that wants to help out or donate to charity, what's the best route to go? There's a lot more, anyone could just kind of think like, yeah, I'll just sign up for nonprofit. And then you just all of a sudden, you just, like you said earlier, it can turn into a shit show and, totally.
You start a company that finds the nonprofits for people that want to donate to nonprofits. So we're like, oh, you just want to donate in general? Let us find you the nonprofits that you can donate in. What do you like?
Yes, my idea really is more like I would like want to do like real events, like
sure.
Like I've had this idea, I want to get it going here. I got slowed down a little bit in the last couple of weeks, and we've talked about this before. In my area here, Akron, Ohio, there's a lot of violence. It's a lot of gun violence, and I've had an idea for like I wanted to do like a sponsored, by whoever aLikeMindz and anyone else in the community event. Whether I thought about like a basketball event, like a 3-on-3 basketball event or something. And there's an entry fee, and you can get a prize, but all the other money is going to be donated to a charity that helps people with gun violence or the troubled youth and stuff like.
What's the boys' home called? Is it it's not the YMCA, but the
Boys and Girls Club?
I think so.
I think that's definitely for troubled youth.
Dylan, didn't we have to go do some community service at the boys' club?
That's what I was thinking. That place where it's like we ended up coaching teams.
Yeah, we were coaching the team. Yeah.
And that's all like volunteer.
I like that too.
But that's what I'm saying is your time and energy invested into that is so much more valuable than the money.
Right.
So do you think that that's like falls under the nonprofit organization if that was a business model we went through, or is that something more like what would you?
So I don't know the specifics around it. And I don't know them well enough. It's not like I've started my own or anything like that. But my understanding is you have to really say where every single penny is going. So where your money is coming in as far as paying you versus where your money is going. You can't. So like if you had an event, for example, and you said 100% of this is going towards X, Y, and Z, it has to go towards that. It can't go towards paying you. So then it's like, well, all right, so 99% of it's going towards X, Y, and Z, and 1% is going towards paying us. People are less likely to want to do it, just straightforward. So that's where you got to be creative in how do you get money? How do you bring in investors and things like that? Because you have no choice. If you want to sustain, you have to have investors that have the money behind them to just feed into something, which don't get me wrong, like it's a nonprofit. So there's rich people out there that want to get, put money towards things so they can get write-offs on taxes.
Right.
So it's
I was wondering, now that you mentioned the write-offs, I was wondering like if you did go LLC route, any donations you made would be write-offs. If I understand, I believe, right?
So the other way around.
Yeah, It's nonprofits that are write-offs. Investments into nonprofits that are write-offs on your taxes.
I think the easiest thing there is just let's get an accountant.
Yes.
Right,
CPA.
yeah.
Let's not even worry, because like I tried doing that myself, and it's just like, oh my gosh, what a headache. The paperwork
And that's where aLikeMindz comes into mind. You know, you find someone who's
Exactly, right.
hey yo.
Build the team up. Now we got to find an accountant.
I might know a guy, I think.
There we go. Look at that.
For sure.
But you can ask people, it's not like until you're really have money coming in and making sure it's not being misused is when it matters.
Right.
I guess we could just kind of segue away from the nonprofit talk and just kind of, I got a little bit of questions because I heard Shane earlier mention you listen to like electronic music. Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. I've been listening to anything electronic. So I'm a huge metal fan and a huge anything with energy, man. Like metal and EDM has always been a favorite. I started with Korn and being Korn's still one of my best
Korn,
shows I've ever
Twisted
seen
Transistor.
live. Oh my god. I saw them at Carolina Rebellion Festival like 8 years ago, and fucking Head showed up to play drums. Hadn't shown up to play with them for I don't know how long, and they played the first album in full with Head on drums. Just
killed it.
Rager. I've never had more people body surfing, and so like we got all the way to the front of the stage, and we were just chatting with some people, and this guy was he must have been like 6'6", like 260 pounds. Him and his girlfriend were just chatting him up. And then I see this spot that's almost like dead center, like 10 feet out from the front of the stage, where it's like just a little pocket opening. And I tap, I'm like, yo, see it? He's like, yes. And so we got in a line, and the girls just held on to us, and we just charged through the crowd and got to our spot. And no one's going to say shit because this dude would just like destroy you. and then from that, it was just people just coming over our shoulders like the whole time. It was just what a rager. It was awesome.
That's sweet.
Best show ever.
I guess I'm not even like, so Korn is, as you said, is like metal, but so like what's electric music?
Electronic?
So is that when it's like made with like just strictly like keyboard, or?
It's instrumental. So I mean, it's made on a computer. But it's recordings of stuff. So a lot of the sounds still come from.
That's kind of like what you're doing, Drizzy.
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, it's like
you're layering stuff. You're cycling it.
Live band playing. If you're hitting buttons to hit play on sounds that you've made, it's pretty much electronic music.
And don't get me wrong, a lot of these guys do live music too at the same time. Grizz, for example, he does like a dubstep electronic music, and he plays saxophone live all the damn time, like mixed in with his stuff. Like I went to Flux Pavilion. I saw Flux Pavilion here like a month ago, and he brought in an electronic guitar, just rocked out, man, while doing his stuff. Like it was epic.
Love that.
So
Shane, have you seen any of those guys? Like, have you seen anything where they like put these prongs into like fruit or mushrooms and they get the like sound waves off of, I don't know if that's real or not, but have you seen anything like that?
I remember something like that, but I don't know if it was the way you described it. I don't think is how it worked.
Right. I know, because I was watching like a TikTok. I don't know if you can ever see if they're real or not, but they were like taking these prongs and they were like plugging it in to like a mushroom, right? And then they were getting like sound waves. And I don't know if they were just playing the sound waves to make it look like that was happening.
Blake, I seen like water flowing, and then they send sound waves through it, and then it like changes the pattern of the flow of the water.
It almost makes it look like it's stuck in gravity, right? It almost makes it look like that's so cool. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Or there's like I don't know if it's a subwoofer or what it is, but you put water in it, or there's like
that's definitely the sub. Yeah, that's the sub you're talking about.
So Shane, are you just a fan or do you make it?
I do not. I have not made anything. Dylan was like, man, you've listened to so much electronic music, like all over the place. You should try making stuff. And I was like, I don't have an argument against your logic.
When we came on that Zoom with you that night and you had the light show, I was like, dude,
oh, bro,
is he a DJ?
Yeah, I know y'all, Dylan knows. Oh yeah. That was that night. I forgot about that. Yeah, so I have stage lasers downstairs, 2 of them on opposite sides of the wall that shine into the center. We got a fog machine. We got a giant, what do you call it? It's a cube that reflects off itself. And yeah, we got shit downstairs. We party.
Little disco ball.
Sounds like some raves.
I mean,
Straight up. I mean, so for 4th of July, we had a buddy of ours has a business where he rents out. He has five boats, like barges, that he floats down the river, and people rent them out. And we had like 80, 90 people out on one of them for 4th of July, and then half those people came to our house to party afterwards. And yeah, so we have a good time here.
I wonder if those lasers hooked up to your computer where like how people control the lights.
DMX, yes. We actually have DMX down there. We were messing around with them to see what they were like. They are, oh my God, so difficult. It's like every second you have to tell it exactly what to do. It's not just like, oh, just do your pattern. No, it's do your pattern every second, move in, out, up, line, up, color, whatever.
Yeah.
You have to control every essence of it with a DMX controller.
Dude, that sounds fun.
But you make some epic fucking scenes. Don't get me wrong.
Have you guys ever seen that video when he's in the club and he's like grabbing the light and making it look like he's holding it and like moving it around?
Oh yeah, the lasers.
Yeah, those are so cool. I like when they do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are sick. Yeah, I mean, I know how to dance a little bit, so that's also why I like the music. So it's a good time.
Awesome.
That sounds pretty sweet. That's interesting.
I mean, I do. I could pull girls with just my dance moves.
Okay. Oh,
the lasers. Yep, laser faces. So this guy.
I just had to see him.
He has the most lasers ever used in any show ever. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm about to get some lasers.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Probably gonna get us hit with copyright.
Yeah, right.
I believe it's 15 seconds.
Yeah.
No, but that's pretty sweet. I'm interested. I'll have to get back to checking that out. I want to go to what's that one you guys talked about, a light festival before, right?
The what? What was that?
Like a light festival or something?
The Light Festival?
Yeah, didn't you guys talk about
Electric Forest?
Oh, Electric Forest. Yeah. There you go, Drizzy. Yeah. Yeah, so that's one that Dylan actually was saying that we need to go to back in the day, and he's like, dude, this is like one of the best ones you need to go to. And I was like, we need to do it. Obviously, our whole squad needs to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I got masks, man. I'll wear like masks over half my face if it's like a good dubstep show. Just look evil as shit and just rage. Yeah, dude. Straight up. I got like a Sub-Zero mask.
Yeah.
Bro, I have a Sub-Zero mask. I got like this yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fun.
Let's all go grab our festival costumes real quick and then come back.
Kill it.
Let me just take my shirt off because I'm just going out there.
just gonna get a custom like aLikeMindz mascot head? Just like I'll just come in and just like totally like mascot head on.
I used to go to clubs. I am a huge club rat in the past. A lot of people, when they meet me, they're like, wait, what? They have no idea. And so like one of these bouncers that I do, because I always hung out with I always show up at the club like with 6 girls deep. And so I knew all the bouncers and like some of the owners of the clubs in Minnesota. Man. And one of them like years later was like, yo, let's take some Molly. I'm like, I've never taken Molly, man. I haven't tried it yet. He's like, what? I thought you were on Molly the whole fucking time you were coming to the club. It's like,
Just
what?
get that pure energy.
Nah, that's just who I am, man.
One idea that just came in my head when you were talking about the brain mascot is, you know how sometimes people have those visors that have the spiked hair? Instead of the spiked hair, we have like a brain.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah.
So I like it because my background to my phone
Is me?
is literally a brain. One side colored, one side.
That's
For a second-
amazing. That's
for a
always been
second,
your
it was,
background.
like,
or-
close
That's
up
that's
of
been my
me.
background for like, I don't know, 15 years.
That's insane, dude. aLikeMindz.
So I've always liked that. It's so I saw that, I was like, cool. I appreciate that.
That's pretty sweet, man. I love our logo. I would love to make a couple of different brain aLikeMindz logos. That would be sweet.
No, dude, it wasn't even. It was all of us put together. Everybody gave their idea out. I sent it over, and he made magic, and the rest is history.
You know, speaking of that, you know, anybody checking this out, go ahead and go over to our sponsor's website and check out samplinglayers.com. Get yourself an aLikeMindz t-shirt. We need you to do that because
Get me some merch.
some pictures in the sweet logo tees we got out. And go somewhere sweet, Grand Canyon or something. Let's go.
Chris said he was making like a new like outfit.
What's up?
Driz said,
I was saying we should all go grab our festival outfits,
Festival outfits. Yeah.
but no, there should be
Wait.
some new gear coming to the website, so stay tuned.
Nice.
Okay, I like to hear that.
So like what festival? So like I'm gonna get into a festival outfit and like get into just be here on the show wearing it.
Show your puppy.
So what you do for a festival outfit, just give you basis of understanding, is you either have no shirt or a tank top as a man,
You're right.
or and you're wearing a mask or something goofy on your head somewhere, like, or you have like glasses on that are like diffractors that just make like crazy lights and you really can't.
What about
see
those
half the
guys with
things.
the gloves and the finger lights?
Yep. Or it was like if you know how to do it.
I have no clue how to do it.
I know those are really tough, but you know you have to know how to hand tut. So, and that is the technical phrase for it, just so you all know.
What was that called?
It's hand tutting. Hand tutting.
Okay.
What is that?
That is anything you do with your hands when you dance.
So
Like-
Drew, usually these guys have gloves on and they have lighted fingertips, and then they'll just do like crazy ass like designs. Yeah, like it's insane.
Nice.
my neighbor freshman year in college in the dorm. Shout out Kyle.
Well,
So good and does a bear shit in the woods, but he would always have those light shows, so every time would be, you know, a little feeling the light. He'd be like, hey, what about your gloves, man? What about your gloves? And he'd come in and be like, just
Wah!
yep.
Right in your face, like they do them right here in your face, and just it's pretty epic.
If anyone has those and you ever run into him, Drew, ask him for a little hand show.
A little hand touch.
face. Smells kind of seems like it would
Probably
smell
the
bad.
first, it'd probably be the most interesting grouping of words that Drew has said.
Right.
Can I get a hand show?
Yeah.
I want to make sure this is not sexual.
This is not better be the right thing. Oh no, that sounds like bad news. Just, what,
I had a guy do it once. He was like, usually I just do this for girls. I was like, after it, I was like, I understand. I get it. Fair enough. Touche. Well done.
That's funny.
Oh man, we've been rolling here for a while.
I think I could see Jizzy doing one.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I've talked about this. I think I have, but yeah, me, Drew, and Dylan, we saw Pretty Lights, and we were pretty much
Nice.
front row.
Pretty
man.
Lights
I
is
think we were
sick.
front row. That shit was insane. It was my first time seeing him live. My God, dude, that
Man,
was awesome. It was raining, and the lights were hitting the lasers were hitting the rain. It was so freaking.
What's crazy is to think that you could just go see Pretty Lights whenever you want, but it's not that case. Like they came here, that was said and done, and
they no longer make music. Yeah. They're retired. They don't go to shows anymore, man.
No way.
Yeah.
I wonder. So, how do well, that's a thing we'll have to do some homework on as we close out. Myers said we've been rocking for a while, and I think we could go for 5 hours.
Your eating is.
But I was just kind of thinking of like our homework we should do is like, do places that are like have festivals, are they nonprofits or are they an LLC?
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because maybe I want to have a festival one day at my property or something. So.
Right, yeah, that's a good question. How does that work?
Organizers. They are organizers. So like TED Talks, the whole indie movie industry is the same idea. So like any of those organizations that put those together, they're just organizers, which is not a nonprofit. They are a for-profit company for sure. So right. They're getting all the vendors. They're basically an organizer of vendors, and then there's an investment group that puts the money in towards whatever it is, expecting a return, just like in a show. Hopefully you sell so many seats, kind of deal.
And I was just gonna say, and they get a percentage of those ticket sales, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
yeah.
I mean, the singer obviously gets most of it.
It's like making a big time movie. Like they make Avatar for however million, and then they want to sell the tickets. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So and things can happen left, right. I mean, you can have singers pull out last second. You can have people pull out last second. You can vendors not show up. You can have complete disruption of your supply chain of anything. All of a sudden you have no porta potties, whatever. It rains for 10 days and you don't provide the proper safety precautions for the people that attend.
What's that called?
Your liability is massive with some of these events.
Hey Shane, what was that? Crazy. What was that one festival that went crazy? Like it was raining and there was shit everywhere, and the porta potties were terrible. I watched that documentary. I just can't remember what festival.
So I don't know specifically which one you're saying, but there used to be a Tomorrow World in America. Y'all heard of Tomorrowland?
Yeah. Yep.
That's in Belgium. It's the biggest EDM festival in the world. And so they tried to have one in America. Well, that was in Atlanta, Georgia, and it lasted for 3 years. And on the 3rd year, and I was driving Uber and Lyft at the time. And so on the 3rd year, it rained. It was a horrible season. I don't know why they always did it. I actually had tickets to that show and I sold them, thank God. But it rained cats and dogs for all 4 days. Yeah. And it got so flooded that the last day they couldn't get any vehicles in and out of the grounds. And so people had to walk miles. And this is a EDM music festival. So every single one of them is on something. Walking miles. People are just passing out in the ditches, and it was just a complete nightmare so yeah, they got sued
Blake,
for everything.
That other festival is called the Fire Festival.
So Fire Festival didn't actually happen. That didn't happen though. That one got canceled because it was basically a Ponzi scheme almost.
Yeah, it said that Billy McFarland had to pay back $26 million to reimburse.
Yeah, they basically they had a festival grounds on an island, which is such a cool idea. but it literally, they couldn't get the vendors out there. They couldn't pay for everything to get out there. They were promising X, and X was impossible to get, and they already knew that. So people showed up. People literally showed up, and there was nothing there. And most people didn't show up, but
Right.
people bought these tickets. They said that it's canceled, it's not happening, and people still showed up, and like it was just a shit show.
That kind of reminds me of that one season of American Horror Story. You guys ever watched American Horror Story at all?
Like when it first started.
Oh dang! Well, there's a season where it's like about a festival that is all set up just to like murder these people and stuff.
No shit.
Yeah, they just like fake this festival just to like they knew like the specific people would come there or whatever. And it's like, I don't remember what season it is, but it's probably like, I don't know, season 4 or something. Go check that out if anybody wants to watch a good series. So there you go.
If you liked it, you should watch what the heck is it? Another flavor cola? What's the heck?
Coca-Cola? Pepsi?
No, it's a show.
Oh shoot.
RC Cola.
Yeah. Get a Dr. Pibb.
Doesn't cola get blood stains out of things?
Does it?
I don't know. Never looked it up, Drew. What are you doing over there?
Are you bleeding, buddy?
I don't know. We're all on the topic of fucking murderers at fucking festivals and Coca-Cola.
No, it's bleach. You spray
It's called
bleach on
brand
it so
new
they can't get a
cherry
good sample.
flavor. It's called brand new cherry flavor on Netflix.
Hey Shane, have you ever watched Boondock Saints?
Oh fuck yeah!
Let's go. Best show ever.
Wait,
Right.
the Boondocks or the Boondock
No,
Saints?
The
The
Boondock Saints.
The Boondocks
Yes,
are with
animated.
African American, the kids that just talk shit to everybody. Yeah. Those guys, that's cool. That's cool as well. But no, Boondock Saints are the 2 Irish brothers.
You watch 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
When they're like, we're
Can't
gonna
ask that
go,
question. Not watch all 3.
We're gonna go
Right,
be
exactly.
the hand of God. That's pretty sweet how they're the hand of God and they just go and take out bad guys and stuff.
Nomine Patra, Spirit of Sante.
Let's just get some rope. Let's just get some rope, guys.
Right?
Why do we need rope? I told you we need
You and your
rope.
stupid fucking rope.
Oh shoot, that's a good movie. I recommend anyone checking that out.
Movie night.
That hasn't. I really appreciate you coming on, Shane, and becoming a member of aLikeMindz.
Hell yeah, happy to be here.
Seem like a really valuable asset. Got a lot of knowledge.
I like to think so because I'm narcissistic.
There you go.
Just playing.
I think anybody.
It's good to be that way
anybody
sometimes.
It's called confidence.
Yeah. I mean confidence. Yeah.
Closing statement. I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of you boys, and shout out to Meyer. He helped out, made a memorial slideshow that was really clutch. So anybody that needs a slideshow done, reach out.
Meyer.
Good job, Dylan.
We'll get you hooked up. That's another unique thing that aLikeMindz can do is slideshows. So
We're only adding to the repertoire.
That's right. That's right.
But just everybody, if any one of you boys right here, anyone listening or anything is ever feeling blue, reach out to somebody. And
For sure.
I agree with that 100%.
That's what Discord's for too.
Yep. We got a whole
Nope.
team of guys that just want to chat. If you want to get in the Discord, go get our QR code. We got it posted on Instagram, and I believe it's on Twitter. It's on Facebook too. So
Yeah, I have my Discord running all day while I'm working, so please take me away from my job anytime.
yeah, reach out to Shane. Shane, what's your Discord name?
Token Chong.
Token Chong.
Yeah.
So reach out to
Awesome.
Token Chong. He might even break out and sing you a song.
Get my banjo out.
That's
Yeah,
all.
thank you, Shane. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Shane. Yeah.
appreciate you coming on. I just want to
Yeah,
say,
nice meeting you guys.
Drew, I love you, brother. Anytime you need to talk, you can talk to any one of us. So
I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry, my little puppies gave you guys an epic fail to close out the show. He's over here being crazy. Pablo, he's pretty sweet. I'm sure he's going to get a lot of shine on the shows to come. So
you got a little Pablo Escobar over there.
Pablo Sanchez, backyard baseball.
Okay, yeah.
But no, yeah, thanks, Shane. You're the man. Thanks, boys. All you guys, I love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscriber button.
Hell yeah.
Follow
Face.
us on Twitter.
Don't forget, go to the Facebook and get the QR code. All the socials.
Discord.
Discord.
Go.
Minds. One.
QR code.
aLikeMindz.
I like
Like
mine.
Like Mindz.
Like Mindz.